Hello friends, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We're looking at the week of the 7th to the 13th of December 2020, and this week I have laid out a tarot deck, an oracle deck, and some inspiration cards for us. And this is a new deck that was added to my collection this week, and it is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Silla Conway. This is the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, and these Divine Directions cards are an inspiration set from Jade Sky. And we're going to draw a card from each for every sign of the zodiac to give you clear guidance and inspiration for the week ahead. So for those of you who haven't done TarotScopes with me before, the intention that I set, the intention that I create with these readings is for your sun sign, your moon sign, as well as your rising sign. So if you know what your rising sign and your moon signs are, you can listen to those zodiacs as well to give you additional information and inspiration for the week ahead. So we're going to get straight into, we're going to start with Aries and we're going to go all the way through. And if you look in the timestamps below, if you look in the description box below, you will find timestamps that will take you straight to the zodiac that you want. So you don't have to watch the whole video. You can just jump to the sections that are relevant and appropriate for you. And we're going to get straight into it, starting with Aries. Hello and welcome, Aries. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. Let's see exactly. This is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Silla Conway. It's a new deck that I have received this week. Let's see what we have. Right. So Aries, the first card we have, the tarot deck that we have for you this week, is the Knight of Cups. Look at him. Isn't he just so gorgeous? He's so strong, he's so confident, he's so brave. He's standing in the water, he's holding a ship in his hand, and he also has his staff there. He is so in control, he knows exactly what's going on, but he's creating, okay? He's absolutely creating. He's not waiting for things to happen willy-nilly. He's actually getting things going. He is creating and making situations and circumstances with regards to his relationships, with regards to his emotions. So you may find your emotions a little bit heightened this week, Aries. You may find yourself feeling a little bit frazzled. You may find yourself feeling emotionally sensitive and quick to react and quick to respond to things on an emotional level this week. Be aware of that, because you can use that to your advantage, and also if you're not careful, it can be a disadvantage to you. So just be aware that you are very quick to respond emotionally this week. And that may not be the kind of reaction or the kind of response that you really want to put into the situation this week. This is the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. Let's see what it has to say to you. Okay, so we're doing some inner child healing this week, Aries, and it's actually very, very interesting, because what we have over here, obviously we have a mom loving and caring and protecting the child, but I need to relate it back to our tarot card. So Aries, basically what it's saying to you is your emotions are quite heightened, which is why we need to focus on the inner child. We need to focus on the inner child, and what is the inner child feeling? Are you feeling neglected, abandoned, forgotten, irritated, whatever it is? Pay attention to those emotions. Pay attention to the things that happen to you this week and the reaction that you have from it. Ask yourself, what is it relating to? What is your inner child feeling? And let's focus on healing that. Let's focus on dealing with that, because that is going to be a big thing for you to focus on this week. The Divine Directions card for you is signs, and it says your past loved ones are never far from you. Notice the signs that they are sending you. Okay, so when we look at the three, emotions are going to be running quite high this week. You're going to be quick to respond. You're going to be reacting and feeling emotions even before your brain has had a chance to think about it. We need to be focusing on our inner child, and maybe it's our past loved ones, our parents, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, even children, whoever it is that you have in spirit that you are missing this week. Just know that you are loved, you are cared for, they are taking care of you and giving you the signs. So that would be why your emotions are going to be a little bit heightened this week. Oh my word, Aries, that's going to be quite amazing. So pay attention to the signs. When you're feeling overly emotional, when you find yourself responding emotionally quite quickly, just know that it could be a sign from spirit that they are near you, that they are loving you, that they care about you, and they are nurturing and giving your inner child some healing. So the other way to do some inner child healing is to do some kind of creative endeavor, textile, just spend some time in nature, gardening, coloring in, any kind of activity. Eating ice cream is also another way of doing some inner child healing work. So spend some time being creative, spend some time being simple, but pay attention to the emotions and don't let the emotions carry away with you this week. Have an awesome week, Aries, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I am working with the Shimmering Veil Tarot. We're working with the Angel Guide Oracle and the Divine Directions Inspiration cards as well. We're going to draw a card from each to give you the guidance for the week ahead. So Shimmering Veil Tarot. Okay, we have got Temperance, and Temperance is about trying to find balance in your life. It's about trying to find your place, trying to find your belonging, and trying to find some kind of equilibrium in your life. Okay, so we can see we have red cup, we have blue cup, and then they are pouring. I love all this energy, this light, white, bright energy that we have around it. And it's telling you to focus on self because there's nobody else around. There's nobody else that's important here. The red and the blue also says to me it's about finding balance between work and home, about finances and emotions, about the opposites in your life, okay? And that's what the focus is. That's what's important here. It's about finding that balance and about knowing that each thing, everything in your life is equally important. So you may be this week, Taurus, you may be focusing on one aspect of life. And I know as we get towards the end of the year, there's so many things we need to finish. There's so many things that need to be done. And we're feeling a little bit panicked. We're feeling a little bit nervous about it. But please understand with this card, it's basically saying to you, just relax, just calm, take a deep breath and just focus on all things at the same time. Give every aspect of your life the same amount of attention and know that it's all about finding balance. So yes, when you're at work, work hard, but when you're at home, be at home. When you're focusing on your finances, focus on your finances. Don't spend more than you have. It's about finding balance. Let's see what your angel guide oracle has to say to you. Okay. And I love this spiritual growth. Okay. I love it because first of all, there's a lot of similarities between these two. Because if we manage to find this balance, this equilibrium between our spiritual selves and our human selves, that immediately allows us to grow on a spiritual level. And it's interesting with the portals that are opening towards the end of this week or early next week, with all the shifts that are changing, spiritual growth is certainly key. Spiritual growth is certainly what we're all focusing on and what we're all going through. But for you this week, it's important that you find that balance. For you this week, it's important that you recognize all the different aspects and facets of yourself and work through all of it and recognize that all is equally important and significant. Let's see what your inspiration card has to say for you. Oopsie, I'm picking up two. Right, Taurus, it says move, get up and get active. Try gentle exercise such as yoga, Tai Chi, or even Pilates. Okay, so let's have a look at all three of these together. All right, so temperance is telling you it's about finding balance. Don't do one thing in excess because that means that you are then neglecting or not paying any attention to another area of life. So we need to find balance. We need to be focusing on all things. We need to bring in our spiritual growth. We need to recognize that the period we're in right now is a huge period of spiritual growth. There are major, major, major changes taking place within our cosmos, which therefore impacts on our absolute every aspect of ourselves. But we need to also stay active. You know what happens is spiritual, a lot of people, when they think about spiritual, they think about being still, being introspective, being quiet, being contemplative. But actually, spiritual is also about movement, especially these kind of activities such as yoga, Tai Chi, or Pilates. I'm going to add to here walking, running, riding a bicycle, those kind of, I'm going to call them repetitive, continuous motions. That's where we find our spiritual center, and that's what brings us balance in life. So it's not about exercising to such an extent that we build muscle or anything like that. It's just about about finding a balance between our spiritual and our physical, because that's what temperance is all about, spiritual and physical. So focus on that this week, Taurus, and if you do that, all your problems will be quite insignificant, easy to overcome, and you'll get through this week easily and without much challenge. So balance spiritual and physical. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello Gemini, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I'm working with the Shimmering Veil Tarot, which is a new deck added to my collection this week. I am also working with the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, and this is the Divine Directions deck, inspiration cards. So we're going to draw a card from each to give you your guidance and your inspiration for the week ahead. Let's get straight into it. So Shimmering Veil Tarot for Gemini energy for this week. Let's see what we've got. How gorgeous these cards are, aren't they? Just absolutely exquisite. So Gemini, we have got the Queen of Cups. That is the card that has been presented to you here. And the Queen of Cups is about recognizing your own inner intuition. It's about recognizing your own inner strength and your own inner characteristics. And it's about recognizing that you don't need any kind of external validation or understanding. It's about recognizing that you have the knowledge, the inspiration, the strength, the power, the courage that you need to achieve and to tackle anything that you need to. So she is obviously underwater here. We can see this kind of her hair that's swirling into current and into water and into everything. There is a little fish coming towards her here. She's holding a conch shell, which is all about communication and self-expression, and she's really quite confident. She's really quite secure in who she is, but she knows how to express. I love all the little fishies that are coming through here as well. So about recognizing that people are going to lean on you, people are going to come to you for a little bit of guidance and inspiration, but recognizing that you're strong enough, that you're capable, and that you have all the answers that are needed. Let's see what your angel guide wants to say. We will come back to that card again in a minute. Okay, compassion. So understand. So you see how the story starts unfolding here for you, Gemini. Okay. So basically what we're having here with the tarot card is saying to you that you are in control of your own emotions, but you're also that guiding light for other people. You're also that shining guiding light where people will always come to you for guidance and inspiration, and you have enough to give, even though you may be feeling exhausted, even though you may be feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't know how much more of this I can handle. You're actually doing incredibly well. Compassion is reminding you that your heart is filled with compassion. Your heart is, I mean, just look at that lotus leaf flower that's blossoming from her heart center, the beautiful green wings that she has. And green is the color of healing and the color of compassion. Okay, and it's saying to you, have compassion for any and all. No judgment about it. Doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're coming in a group or coming on your own. Anybody who comes to you for guidance, help, and assistance this week, just have compassion for them and help as much as you can. But I am also going to add to this, Gemini, about having compassion for self. Recognizing that you are also going through something. Recognize that life hasn't been a bed of roses for you the last couple of weeks. It certainly hasn't. But it's understanding where you're at. It's understanding what you're going through and having compassion for self as well as for those that come seeking your help and your guidance. Let's see what Divine Directions wants to add for you. Okay, Gemini, we have the Affirm card, and it says, create your own affirmations. Think of words or phrases that inspire you and write them down. So it is about having the compassion for self and as well as the compassion for everybody else that comes seeking your guidance and comes seeking your help. Okay, and it's saying to work with affirmations this week. Work with affirmations, but instead of looking for affirmations from somebody else, it's about recognizing that you can create your own affirmations, because that's what it says. Create your own affirmations. Think of words or phrases that inspire you and then write them down and refer to them the whole week long. Sorry, I just want to get the camera to focus. All right. So Gemini, this week, recognize the emotions that are happening around you. Recognize what you're feeling. Notice how everybody leans on you. Notice how people come to you for some guidance and come to you for some assistance. Just treat everybody with a little bit of compassion, yourself included, and work with affirmations to help you through. If you work with some positive affirmations, dish out the positive affirmations to the people that come to you seeking guidance and help, but allow the positive affirmations to guide you through whatever it is that you're going through at the moment. And an affirmation doesn't have to be complicated. It can be one short little simple sentence that says, I am love. And if you keep saying that to yourself, but say it with conviction, say it with passion, say it with compassion, and it will be so. Okay, whatever it is that you're going through, but recognize that you are not only dealing with your own emotions this week, but you are dealing with the emotions of others. Gemini, have an awesome week with love and blessings from our heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome to all Cancerians. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week, the tarot deck that I'm using is a new deck that I received recently that's added to my collection, and it is the Shimmering Veil Tarot. I am also going to be using the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray and Divine Directions Inspiration Cards by Jade Sky. We're going to draw a card from each to give you a detailed message of guidance for the week ahead. So Cancerians, let's get into it and see what we have. Okay, oh, I love that. All right. First of all, I just have to say how absolutely gorgeous are these cards. And what we have here for you is the Magician card. Okay, so Cancerians, we have the Magician card, which is basically saying to you that you have the power. You have the power, the magic, the inspiration. You can do anything. You need to understand and recognize the power that you have. Recognize the power of earth, the power of water, the power of air, the power of spirit. We have got sun and moon. We have got yin and yang energies. We've got light and dark. There's just so much going on in this particular card. And this is exactly what it's saying to you, is that you need to recognize the I'm going to call it the authority that you have this week, that you can change things. Don't ever settle for anything this week. Recognize that you have the power within you to make the changes that are necessary, to make the changes that are important this week, to create anything that you want. But it's about recognizing that you can't have one without the other. Look at that serpent snake energy that's spiraling. We are parting waters. There's so much going on in this particular card. And Cancerians, this is what you've got to understand, is that the power is within you to achieve, to create, to be, and to do anything that you want. Anything that you want. But it's about knowing what you want. It's about knowing what you're working towards and what you're wanting to create for yourself. Do not be indecisive this week. Okay? Do not be indecisive this week. This is a week for action. This is a week for change. This is a week for decisions. And it's a week for allowing things to happen in the way that you want them to. Okay, not allowing anybody to hold you back in any way. Let's have a look and see what your angel guide oracle wants to add. Oops, I'm throwing it away. Okay, you see, it all starts making, sorry, I want to just make it straight. It all starts making sense. Here we have forgiveness and understanding. And it's not only forgiveness and understanding of others, but forgiveness and understanding of self. That is very important, and recognize that you have the power, you have the magic to forgive, and to understand and to have compassion with other people. All right. Oh wow, this is really quite a big thing. So Cancerians, we need to understand that we are moving into I'm gonna say changes. Okay, there are big changes happening on a cosmic level that are going to impact on all of us, and these changes are coming about now. We're in transit, we're in change at the moment, but you don't just go with the flow. Okay, don't just go with, you understand that you have the power to create, you have the power to lead, you have the power to change the situations and the circumstances the way that you want them to be. But sometimes, in order for you to advance, in order for you to grow, in order for you to move, sometimes we have to spend a bit of time focusing on forgiveness and understanding. So Cancerians, for you this week, that is important. Forgiveness and understanding of self and of others and of circumstances and situations, and recognize that you have the power. Let's see what Divine Directions wants to add. Oh, there we go, you see. It says, decide. It's time for you to make a decision. Call upon your spirit guides for help. Okay, so it's just reminding you that you have the power. It's reminding you that you have to use forgiveness and understanding to your advantage so that you can move forward in the way that you need to. Okay. So, Cancerians, it looks like it's going to be quite a big week for you. Not a week to just go with the flow and to see where it takes you. It's a week of being, I'm going to say, loud and in charge. It's a week of expressing yourself. It's a week of speaking out. It's a week of being who you need to be, and recognize that you have the power and the ability to create a life for yourself that you want for yourself. But it's time to make that decision. It's time to call upon Spirit to help you as and when needed. But you also need to work through some forgiveness and some understanding. So, Cancerians, from my heart to yours, have an awesome week with love and blessings. Until we connect again, take care. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I have got the Shimmering Veil Tarot, which is a new deck added to my collection this week. I have got Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, and we have Divine Directions Inspiration cards by Jade Sky. And we're going to draw a card from each to see what your week has in store for you, what you need to be aware of, what you need to be mindful of, and what you need to focus on this week. So we're going to start with the tarot deck. Let's see. Wow, look at that passion, look at that fire, look at that. It ignites something within you. So what we have here is the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands, it's everybody's fighting everybody. There's a little bit of chaos, okay? There's a little bit of drama, there's a little bit of heated emotions, if I can use that phrase, happening with you, around you, to you, etc. this week, Leo. And what's interesting is here we have something going on, there we have something going on, and this person is now going to contribute as well. The interesting thing about this particular card, Leo, is it's saying to you, you need to recognize when you notice, when you observe, when you admit to yourself about the chaos that's happening around you, about the heightened emotions and the fighting, the conflict that's happening. When you admit it, when you notice it, when you pay attention to it, suddenly it makes it easier to handle. Okay, so just admit it to yourself when you become aware of. So you may find that everybody around you just seems to be short-tempered. Everybody around you may seem to be going through something, or just snappy, irritated. And don't try and fix it. Don't try and make it better for everybody, because that's the message of this card. This card is basically saying to you, Leo, that recognize that people are going through something and leave it at that. Don't try and be the fixer. Don't try and make it better, because you can't. You focus on what you need to do. You focus on your journey. You focus on what's important and significant in your life, and leave everybody else to do whatever they need to. And they will work through it on their own. But as soon as you try to help, as soon as you try to control, as soon as you try to navigate, all you're going to do is add fuel to this already raging fire. Let's have a look and see what the Angel Guide Oracle wants to add to the situation for you. Okay, you see, that makes total sense. First of all, again, I'm noticing the earthy kind of fire colors that are coming through here. Look at this beautiful fire energy coming up from the ground. So it's grabbing and pulling earth energy up through your chakra system and letting it settle in heart space. That's the important thing. And recognize earthing and grounding yourself in this situation means not getting involved, not allowing this situation to negatively impact on you. Keep yourself grounded, keep yourself connected to earth, keep yourself focused on what's relevant and important for you. Don't allow yourself to get caught up and carried away in this conflict. Okay, this is happening around you, not necessarily to you. You can't fix it, you can't change it. Notice it, acknowledge it, see it, leave it. Focus on earthing and grounding. Focus on connecting yourself to Mother Earth. Like I say, sitting on the ground like that and pulling in the earth energy through your root chakra all the way up. Let it settle in your heart space and just let it flow out from there. That is what is important and significant. Let's have a look and see what your divine directions guidance is. Okay, we have focus. So Leo, it's telling you, you're in need of a clear direction. Decide what you want in life. I like that. Focus. So let's have a look, Leo. Notice what's going on around you. Notice the chaos. Notice the conflict. Notice the drama. Notice it and do nothing more. Keep yourself connected to Mother Earth. Keep yourself grounded. Focus on what you want. You are in need of clear direction. Decide what you want in life and go on that. Don't try and fix everybody else first. Don't try and do that. Keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself connected to Mother Earth. Focused on what you want. And if you do that, you will get through this week very easily, very simply, without all the drama. Leo, with lots of love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello Virgo, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week we're working with the Shimmering Veil Tarot. This is a new deck that joined my collection last week. It's by Silla Conway. We're also working with the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray and the Divine Directions Inspiration Cards by Jade Sky. We're going to draw a card from each to give you some guidance for the week ahead so that you know exactly what you need to be focusing on, what you need to be mindful of, and what's happening for you. So let's get straight into it, Virgo. Oh, love it. Isn't it? Quite a lot of similar. I know that's the back of the card, but immediately I'm seeing the similarities between the two. This particular card is the Ace of Wands. Okay, traditional tarot, it is known as the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is about inspiration. You know, if I had to describe this card in one word, it is inspiration. Inspired. So recognize for you this week, Virgo, this is going to be a week of action. This is going to be a week of taking ideas, taking strategies and implementing and, you know, working through things that you've maybe been hesitating on for quite some time. I love how we go from this deep dark red and how it moves up into the orange. And it's the same here on this card. And I know this is the back of it, but it's just the similarities are quite uncanny. Quite uncanny. This is all about fiery energy. This is all about, you know, the spark of an ignition. And when you have a spark in your ignition, it kicks an engine into gear. It kicks an engine into moving and going and creating. Okay, so for you, Virgo, this week, understand it's going to be a week of doing. It's going to be a week of action. It's going to be a week of carrying out plan strategies and ideas. It's not a week of thinking. It's not a week of planning. It's not a week of that. It's a week of go, 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 go. Let's see what I'm very curious to see what your angel guide card is. Okay, so it's telling you we have angelic protection. So here we have this beautiful angel, sword at the ready, shield at the ready, beautiful, beautiful angel wings, saying to you that you have their protection. They are supporting you. They're standing right behind you. And I wonder if this isn't their wings standing behind you and you are here. Okay, I really do think that that is their wing standing behind you, protecting you and guiding you. So this week, don't overthink things, okay? And I know, Virgo, I know we're afraid of making a mistake. We're afraid of doing the wrong thing. We're afraid of so many things. But we don't want to be reckless. But this week, know that you have angelic protection standing behind you. Things that you've been putting off, saying, doing, feeling, and expressing. This is your week to do that. The angels are standing right behind you to protect you and to keep you safe through these actions, through these activities. Wow. Let's have a look and see the message from the divine directions for you as well. Okay, you see it says clearing, and it's telling you to remove energy blockages by clearing out unwanted emotional or material clutter. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Virgo, what we're saying is this is the week for doing the clearing. This is the week for working through things that you've been putting off, things that you've been wanting to do for quite some time. This is the week of doing it. This is the week for just clearing your desk. So if you're at work and you're working towards the end of your shutdown, and you're tired and there's so much to do, there's so much that you still need to process and to get through, just know that this week you're just going to head down and you're just going to boom, 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 and work through it all. And you're going to have the angels guiding and helping you and keeping you safe through it all. But we do need to express, to speak, to do, to act. This is not a week for keeping quiet, Virgo. This is really not a week for keeping quiet. You have the angel standing behind you to help you remove the energy blockages. And we can do that by getting rid of emotional and material clutter in your life. Virgo, have an absolutely fabulous, powerful, strong, creative week of action, of getting things done, getting things out of your way, and moving forward. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, you take care. Hello and welcome, Libra. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I have got a tarot deck, an oracle deck, and some inspiration cards that we're going to be working with. This is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Scylla Conway. This is the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, and the Divine Directions cards are by Jade Sky. We're going to draw a card from each to give you your guidance and inspiration for the coming week. Okay. Libra, our tarot card of the week is the Eight of Cups. So there's a lot going on in this card, okay? There really is. We have got full moon energies, and we are looking up at the full moon saying, help me, help me, help me. We have got this river, this winding river, and we are walking on a path. Look how jagged the horizon is. Look at the mountains in the background. And it's basically saying to you that we are choosing to walk away and to move away from what we are currently familiar with and what we are currently aware of. And we are choosing to move away to see what else is available. We are asking for guidance from the full moon. We've got spirit orbs coming through in the picture as well. So Libra, basically what this is saying to you is that this week is a week of exploring alternatives. If I had to use a single word or a single phrase to describe this card, I'm going to say exploring alternatives, looking to see what else is out there, looking to see what else is available, not settling and accepting the status quo. This card is basically saying to you that you need to admit to yourself that you need, want, and deserve more than what you have at the moment. And it's about looking, taking those initial steps to explore what other options are available to you. That's a really, really powerful card, Libra. Let's see what your angel guide oracle wants to add to the situation. Oh, you see, it's telling you surrender. When we talk about surrender, we're not saying surrender to your unhappy past. We're not saying surrender to the circumstances in your life that don't bring you joy. We're saying surrender to the process of walking away. That's what I get from this, because this card, the Eight of Cups, is basically saying that you are already walking away. You've already started the journey. You've already started taking one or two steps of exploring alternatives, exploring what else is available. You need to surrender to that process. And looking at her hands, looking how she's got her arm or her hand upturned, I really think that's what she's doing. She's looking at the moon and she's surrendering to the emotions of the moon, and she's saying, open up and show me what I need to see, show me what I need to know, guide me. Surrender to the process. Don't try and control. Don't try and navigate yourself. Don't try and have expectations, because any kind of control or expectations that you put onto the situation is not going to pan out for you the way that you want it to. So Libra, for the week ahead, it's about exploring alternatives, looking to see what else is available, recognizing that your current circumstances don't fulfill your heart and soul. Surrender to the process of walking away. Surrender to, and look at the heart. Look at that heart energy and these beautiful pink wings of love. Surrender to that and to the fact that you deserve joy, love, and happiness in your life. Let's see what Divine Directions wants to add. What is your inspiration? Oh, look at that. It says teach. You have a wonderful gift for working with others. Have you considered teaching? So that's actually very interesting. That is actually very interesting. Basically, what I'm interpreting from this, the teach card, is saying that by you doing this, by you exploring alternatives and surrendering to that, you will be teaching other people in your life that it's okay to walk away from or to move away from things, people, circumstances, and situations that don't bring you joy. So you've got to recognize, Libra, that people look up to you. People admire you, people respect you, people always want to learn from you. Okay, so recognize that by you surrendering and walking away and exploring alternatives for yourself, you are teaching the other people in your life, the other significant people in your life, that it's okay that they do that too. So all of this is surrendering to the teaching moment. I love that. Surrendering to the teaching moment so that everybody can find their happiness, so that everybody can find their joy, and that everybody can find exactly what they need in life. Libra, this is a big one. This is a big one. And there's big energy shifts coming up next week. And this is all preparing you for that. So don't hold on to any aspect of your life that doesn't bring you joy. This is the time to learn, to move, to grow, and to inspire others to explore more for themselves. Surrender to this whole process and just allow it to be. Wow, that's awesome. Libra, sending you lots of love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I have a tarot deck, an oracle deck, and some inspiration cards. We're going to draw a card from each to give you a detailed message of guidance and inspiration for the week ahead. This tarot deck that I'm using this week is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Conway. This is the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, and these are inspiration cards by Jade Sky. Let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. So, starting with the tarot. Wow, how absolutely beautiful. So the card we have here for you this week, Scorpio, is the High Priestess. And if you look at it, you can see that she's got a veil over her face, okay? So her face is not completely clear. There's a veil over her face. And the other thing that we have to notice is the two backgrounds, okay? We have a very distinctive, clear difference between the two backgrounds, and she is in the middle. This that she holds here is the entire universe, okay? This that she's holding in a protective embrace is the entire universe, and this is the card of intuition, but it's the card of recognizing our dreams, recognizing our connections to ancestors, recognizing our connection to spirit, and recognizing that we are in between the two worlds. We are the link between the two worlds. So the High Priestess is about recognizing your intuition, recognizing that the veil that you have over your eyes that prevents you from seeing, again, it's different. It's 50%, 50%. It's half and half. It is an equal between this world and the next. And you've got to recognize, Scorpio, that that's you this week. You've got to listen to your intuition. You've got to ask yourself, what are you holding? What are you protecting? What are you taking care of? This whole universe that she holds here, that she holds and protects and lovingly embraces, you know, she feels responsible for all of that. And that's a huge burden to carry. Recognizing that she is the link between this world and the next, or this world and the next, however you want to look at it. Her veil is thinning. Her veil is definitely thinning and lifting and clearing. So, Scorpio, for you this week, it's about recognizing your dreams, and I mean your literal dreams, the dreams that you have every night when you sleep. Start paying attention. Do some dream work. Start trying to do some dream interpretation, paying attention to your intuition, paying attention to your subtle nudges that you get, the nudges that are guiding you and directing you on this journey of life. Start paying attention to all of that, because clearly there are some big shifts changing within you this week. And it makes sense. We've got some big energy shifts happening on a global cosmic level over the next couple of days, over the next couple of weeks. And clearly for you, you're venturing towards that. You're becoming more aware of, you're becoming more in tune with. So you have to start paying attention to the nudges and the inspirations from spirit, from your intuition, so that you can start using it for your benefit as well as the benefit of your family and friends. All right, let's have a look and see what your angel guide oracle wants to add to the situation. There we go. You see, ask and receive. And again, what I'm noticing here is that the background is split into two. So here we have her angel wing, okay? And her angel wing is hiding, obviously, a bit of a background, although that blue doesn't look like angel wing. And here we've got, I'm going to call it day and night. It's the yin and the yang. It's the opposites. And that's what we've got here. It's the yin and the yang. It's the opposites. So, Scorpio, a big week for you this week. A week of recognizing that whatever you ask for, you will receive. But you have to trust, you have to listen to your intuition, listen to your own inner guidance, and know that everything is perfect in your world. Okay, know that everything is as it should be, and all you've got to do, sorry, bumping the cards, all you have to do is ask and allow it to come. Ask and receive. And you know what? We all do this. We all ask. We all spend a lot of time asking Spirit, help me with this and help me with that, and show me this and show me that. And when Spirit give us whatever we've asked for, we don't openly easily receive. We all like suddenly question, go, oh no, it can't be that easy. Let me ask again, or I'm not deserving. We have those feelings. And I think this is the message for you this week, Scorpio, is about trusting yourself, believing in yourself, recognizing your own inner power, recognizing your own intuition, and recognize that the universe is working, co-creating with you, co-creating with you. Oh, I think that's absolutely awesome. Let's have a look and see what your Divine Directions Inspiration card wants to say to you. Passion. Passion isn't confined to sexual energy. Life is meant to be felt. Don't hold back. Oh, I love that. I love that, Scorpio. Passion isn't confined to sexual energy. Life is meant to be felt. Don't hold back. I think that is just remarkable. And you know what? That's what this card is. This is what a high priestess, she feels. She's all about the feeling. She's all about the intuition. She's all about the inner knowing. And she feels on such a level, which is why she's protecting the cosmos, which is why she's protecting everything she can here. And all you've got to do is ask and receive and recognize that you mustn't hold back. Trust and believe and allow your intuition to guide you this week. Scorpio, looks like you're in for an interesting one. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. As long as you allow yourself to receive, ask and receive, and allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel the passion and know that you are the link between this world and the next. Sending lots of love and blessings from our heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I have got a tarot deck, an oracle deck, and some inspiration cards that we're going to be working through, and we're going to draw a card from each one to get your guidance and inspiration for the week ahead. The tarot deck that I'm using this week is a new one I only got added to my collection last week, and it is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Conway. Here we have the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, and these Divine Directions Inspiration cards are by Jade Sky. And let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. Wow. Oh, these cards are gorgeous. I just love the imagery. I can get so lost in this imagery. So what we have here is the Ten of Pentacles in traditional tarot, okay? And Sagittarius, basically what the Ten of Pentacles is, it's the card of abundance. It's the card of opulence. It's the card of having excess, of having more than we need. I do love that it's like, to me, it's this road that's leading us into a tunnel, okay? And I'm seeing all this energy sort of rushing in, and it's so much of it going in. I'm loving all these colored balls, and here we have some rock art and all sorts of, I'm going to call it history that's flowing and going into the cave. So the Ten of Pentacles is basically saying to you that you are reaching the end of your journey. Whatever it is that you've been working on, whatever it is that you've been working towards, you are about to reach that. You are at the destination. And it's telling you that you need to enjoy the last little bit of the road. Recognize that there is this rush of energy that is happening to help you get to the end, to help you achieve and arrive at the destination. But it's also wanting you to be mindful of the journey that you've taken to get there. Recognize that you couldn't have done it on your own. Somebody or some people or circumstances have helped you to get there. This is the card of as I said to you, abundance. It's saying to you that there is plenty, there is an excess, and you can enjoy it. You've earned it. You've worked so hard for this excess. You've worked so hard for all of this that you have. So appreciate and enjoy the rewards that are there for you. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. So we're not quite done. We've got that last little bit of the road to go through, and there inside that cave with all this energy rushing in, therein lies your reward. Therein lies what you've been working towards. So keep going this week, but recognize this week that there's going to be a lot of a lot of reward for your efforts, a lot of recognition for what you've done, and you can give yourself a pat on the back. Don't wait for other people to acknowledge you. You're allowed to acknowledge self. You're allowed to be a little bit verbal, a little bit vocal in expressing, all that you've achieved. Speak out. Let people hear you. People want to hear you. People want to hear what you have to say, and they want to appreciate what you've accomplished, because you have done incredibly well, and you deserve all the rewards and all the blessings that are coming your way this week. Awesome. Sagittarius, let's have a look and see what our angel guides oracle wants you to know. Are you see? Are you see? I get so excited. Manifestation, telling you that all of these rewards, all of this opulence that's here for you is something that you've manifested, that you've created. This is your turn. This is your time. This is your blessing. Everything is happening for you. You have created this. You have manifested this. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let all the stars shine. Let all the stars come down on you. Let everybody reward you for everything that you've done, because you have worked so hard and you have reached the end, and it's time for celebration. It's time for acknowledgement. It's time to receive. And I love how the hands are sort of open in a receiving gesture, and receiving all the blessings, all the abundance, all the joy, all the happiness. Oh, that is fabulous. Let's have a look and see what your inspiration card wants to say to you. You've got nature, and it says reconnect with nature, feel the sun on your skin, and walk barefoot on the grass. I love that. You know what? That kind of nature activity, it just re-energizes the soul. It re-energizes the physical being, because you've been working for so long, so hard on something, which is now coming to its end. It's now coming to completion, and you have manifested all of this. So yes, it is time to start focusing on you. It's time to start replenishing your energy, replenishing your soul. And the best way to do that is barefoot on the grass, feel the sun on your skin, and just breathe. Phew, it's been a year, hey? It really has. And Sagittarius, for you, you're probably extra exhausted. You probably have, especially now over the last while, you've been in that last stretch. You've been in that last push. So you've probably been pushing extra hard, which is why you are needing the recharge, the reconnection as much as you do. So, Sag, know that it's going to be a fabulous week for you. When people congratulate you, when people say well done, when people want to praise you and give you gifts, just say yes, please, and thank you. Just say yes, please, and thank you. Let people acknowledge all the hard work that you've put into it. It's time for your reward. It's time for you to receive the blessings that you've been manifesting for the longest time. But don't forget to recharge your batteries. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I have a tarot deck, an oracle deck, and some inspiration cards that we're going to be working through. This tarot deck is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Scylla Conway. It's a new deck that was added to my collection last week, and it is just amazing. Then I have the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray and Divine Directions Inspiration Cards by Jade Sky. And we're going to draw a card from each to give you your detailed guidance and inspiration for the week ahead. Let's see what you've got. So the card we have for you this week is the card of Judgment, okay? And it really is, it's the image, just to explain, here we have the portal opening, the portal to the next world, the portal to the next stage, to the next big event. And here you can see we have all the souls that are transcending, that are going to go through the portal because they've completed whatever their journey was, whatever it is that they were doing, whatever it is that they needed to learn, whatever they needed to achieve, whatever they needed to do has now been completed. And it's the movement and it's the progress from this world to the next. But the Judgment card is basically saying to you, it's about recognizing that we have completed, recognizing that we are done, and knowing that there's no judgment for that. There's no judgment of you did good or bad. It's just about acknowledgement of completion. Wow, I love that. So what the Judgment card is saying to you, Capricorn, is that this week you are going to recognize many endings in your life, many cycles that are complete, and without questioning, without judging whether they are good or bad, whether you did good or bad. It's about just recognizing that those aspects, parts, areas of your life are complete, and that in itself will free you to move on to the next chapters and the next adventures. When we as humans, when we constantly try to understand, when we constantly try to comprehend, when we constantly try to control almost all aspects, and we hold it all and we keep it all with us, it actually holds us back. As soon as we recognize that it is done, I love that phrase, it is done. It is done says it is complete. I need to do nothing more. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to hold on to it. I don't need to process. I don't need to understand. When we say it is done, it frees us. It sets us free and allows us to transition, to move, to grow, to advance to the next level. And that's what the judgment card is all about. It's about recognizing that it is time for growth. It is time for improvement, for moving from one to the next. And that's what you're going to be dealing with this week, Capricorn. And also what's very interesting is over the next couple of days, over the next couple of weeks, we have a major big energy shift taking place in our cosmos, which is going to have a huge impact on every single one of us. Big things are changing, and this is telling you that you are so part of that. But you have to let go of stuff, let go of the old that no longer serves you. Don't try and understand it, don't try and comprehend it, just set yourself free. Say, it is done. Those are your words. It is done. And move on. No thinking, no holding back. Allow yourself to move onto the next big adventures, onto the next big lessons, onto the next big events in your life. Your past is complete. It's done. Let's have a look and see what your angel guide oracle wants to add to the story. Courage and bravery, of course, yes, because we have to understand that this is scary, because this is the unknown. This darkness that we have been stuck in, this darkness that's been holding us captive, even though it maybe wasn't exactly what we needed or wanted for ourselves, it was our familiar. And sometimes our familiar is what we hold on to because we're afraid of the unknown. So the angels are saying to you, courage and bravery is yours. They are going to stand with you. They're going to give you courage and bravery as you learn to recognize that it is done and it is time for new adventures. It is time for you to move on to bigger and better in your own human existence. Know that the angels are guiding you. They're going to give you courage. They're going to give you bravery. They're going to help you find that within yourself so that you can shift, move, and transition the way that you need to. It's time to move, advance, to grow. I love that. Oh, wow. That is so profound. That really is so profound, Capricorn. Let's have a look and see what your divine directions, inspiration cards want to add to the story. You see, oh my gosh, we've got strength. And it says that you have an enormous amount of strength and courage. Remain focused, stand tall, and shine. You know what? I'm at an absolute loss for words. I am always astounded at how all of this comes together. Absolutely. What I was talking here, we expanded on here, and this card confirms it all. So, Capricorn, this is your week. Know that you are brave, you are full of courage, you are strong, and it's time to move to the next chapter in your life. It's time to move to the next experience. It's time to evolve to the next big thing in your life. And it's all happening for you this week. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I have a tarot deck, I have an oracle deck, and I have some inspiration cards for you. The tarot deck that I'm working with is a deck that I added to my collection last week, and it is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Scylla Conway. You're going to see it's just such an amazing deck. We're also working with the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray and the Divine Directions Inspiration Cards by Jade Sky. We're going to draw a card from each to give you your message. Let's get straight into it. So Aquarius, what does your week have in store for you? So the Hierophant is your card for the week, and this particular deck, I just love how we've got this beautiful purple and these beautiful green. I don't know if the colors have come through on the camera very well, but this is quite a royal purple here, and then we've got like a dark bottle green happening on this side. The Hierophant is the card of leadership. It's the card of inspiration. It is your spiritual advisor, your spiritual leader. It's the person we all turn to when we need some guidance, help, and inspiration. And on this particular card, the person we have here is an old traditional person who is putting their hands up in a prayer position, welcoming guidance from above, inviting spiritual energies to come through and to offer the inspiration and the guidance that is needed. But it is also, he's often the one when we face a challenge, when we face a problem, when we face a difficult decision, this is the person that we go to, and this is the guide, this is the person or the energy that will help you decide that way or that way. This is right, that is wrong. So the Hierophant is very much the middleman between what's right and wrong, between decisions, which decision to take, which decision to ignore. So you're going to find yourself this week, Aquarius, split very much between two options, two aspects, two facets, two areas of life, looking for guidance, looking for inspiration, and looking for answers. And what the Hierophant is saying to you, don't seek the answers anywhere else. Don't seek the answers externally in from another person. Go within. Find the connection to spirit within yourself, and therein will be your answers. Therein will be which decision, choice, option, solution you go for. It's about recognizing the power that you have within yourself, recognizing the knowledge, the inspiration, and the guidance that you have within yourself, trusting that and going through and working with it. So the Hierophant is the card of spiritual leadership, spiritual understanding. It's the person we go to who resolves our problems and resolves our challenges. The person, and often when you go to a spiritual leader for a bit of advice, their advice is often very simple. It's often not very complicated. It's often very, very simple. So in decision making this week, Aquarius, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate. If you've got 20 choices or 20 options, write them down on a piece of paper and then just casually remove those that you don't fancy, you don't like, or whatever it is, until you're left with just one or two that are really tough to decide, and then trust. Go within and trust and know that you're going to make the right decision. Don't allow other people to influence you. Okay, it's about recognizing your own connection, recognizing your own inspiration, and recognizing your own power. Wow. Let's have a look and see what your angel guide oracle wants to add to that message. There we go. It's telling you to cut the cords. So when we talk about cut cords, all right, so here the cord, you can see it's coming from the heart center, and again, it's purple. We've got quite a lot of purple coming through for you, Aquarius. And I just noticed that your logo up here is purple too. So the cord is coming from your heart center, and when we talk about these energetic cords, it's cords either to people, to circumstances, or to situations that are so thick, that are so strong, that they constantly keep us stuck in that energy or in that space. And maybe this is the decision that you're facing this week, is to let go, is to cut those cords. And if you have a look at it, he's recognizing and he's selecting the cord that needs to be cut. His finger has become the knife. His finger has become the thing, the tool that's going to cut the cord, and he is choosing. Notice he doesn't cut it there. He cuts it there, and it will retract and it will go in. Spend some time recognizing, eliminating, cutting the cords of the people, the circumstances, and the situations that don't bring you anything in your life, that don't bring you success, happiness, and joy. Cut them out so that you can focus on the important things, so that you can focus on the significant aspects of life that you need to be focusing on. But you can't do it all. You can't be all things to all people all the time. So Aquarius, for you this week, it's about recognizing that it's time to cut some cords. It's time to let go so that you can be the person that you need to be. But trust yourself. Trust yourself. Let's see what your inspiration card wants to add to the situation. Oh, very interesting. We've got animals. And it says animals are important to you. Animals heal, they comfort, and they relax you. So if you find humans difficult to handle this week, if you find humans giving you conflicting information, conflicting guidance, or just crazy guidance, refer to the animals. Turn to the animals. Let the animals guide you. Let the animals help you, because animals are clearly the answers that you're looking for. Keep it simple. Recognize your own power, your own authority. It's time to make the decisions. Cut out the unnecessary, and allow the animals to heal. Allow the animals to work with you, and refer to the animals whenever you need some comfort this week. Aquarius, have an absolutely phenomenal week. From my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I have got a tarot deck, an oracle deck, and some inspiration cards that we're going to be working through. The tarot deck that I'm using this week is a new deck that I added to my collection last week, a new deck, and it is the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Cilla Conway. This is the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, and these Divine Directions inspiration cards are by Jade Sky. Let's get straight into your week, Pisces, and see what you have in store for you. We have the King of Wands. Okay. King of Wands is the card that we have. I love all this fiery energy. So we have him on a horse, or he is the horse, I actually think, if I look at it. He is holding the whole world in his hand there. There is movement. You can see all the movement that's happening and the fire under his feet. He is in control. He knows exactly who he is. He knows exactly what he is. He knows exactly where he's going and what he's going to do. He doesn't question himself. He absolutely doesn't question himself. He is strong, he's confident, he's brave, but he's in motion. There's action taking place here. And Pisces, this is the message for you this week. This is not a week for strategies and plans and, trying to be nice. This is a week of actually, let's just get stuff done. Okay, let's get stuck in. We're running out of time. There's lots to do. Quick, quick, quick. Let's get things done. That is the energy for you this week, Pisces. Don't dawdle. Don't wait. Don't be cautious. Don't be too considerate of other people's circumstances and situations. It's a time to get busy. It's a time to get things done. That is actually quite awesome. Let's see what your angel guide card wants to add to that. Telling you blessings and abundance, which is absolutely awesome. Okay, so it's telling you, just know that you can move forward, you can act, you can go, you can move and change and do all the things that need to be done, because you are being blessed, and the spirit guides and the angels are working with you to give you the abundance that you need to achieve the things that you need to. I'm loving how the colors here are the same colors I'm seeing in this flame at the bottom of his feet. I'm loving this heart centered energy that's coming through here, the blessings and abundance that's coming from the heart space. And he's saying to you that you have the world. You are holding on to everything. Everything is right there in the palm of your hand, but you've got to recognize it's time for action. It's time to move. It's time to do. It's time to act, and know that you are blessed beyond blessing, and everything is going to work out absolutely perfectly for you. I'm now wanting to have a look at our Divine Directions inspiration card, and let's see what message it has for you as well, Pisces. Oh, look at that. Abundance. It says great news is heading your way. Abundance is coming to you in many forms. How absolutely fabulous. So let's have a look at this. What is this actually saying to you? Here with the King of Wands, the King of Wands is telling you it's time to jump into action. It's time to get busy. It's time to start creating. It's time to start doing. It's time to start implementing the things that you've been thinking about. Maybe you've been holding back because we didn't have finances. Maybe you've been holding back on this because you've been waiting for the abundance to come through. So clearly, because you've got abundance that have come through twice for you, it's saying to you that whatever you need to achieve this is just going to magically arrive for you this week. So don't wait for it, because that very strong energy from this card is about not waiting. Don't wait. It's time to just get busy. It's time to just implement, act, and do. If abundance is needed, if finances are needed, it will come. Trust that you have enough. So now I'm seeing what I thought was the globe in his hand. I'm now seeing it as a disc, a coin, a money. And understand that whatever you have will be enough to achieve whatever it is you need to. But it's time to get going. The busier you are, the more you're doing, the more the abundance and the blessings will flow. Pisces, have a fantastic week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, you take care.